Alright, welcome to this showcase of this new texture pack or resource pack, that's what they are called nowadays, that I have been working on for some time now. It's called the Growtopia pack and this is version 1.0 and I'm going to show you everything that I've changed in this pack. Hopefully I might forget something, and if so I'm sorry, but I will try to show you everything I've changed. So as you can see, the menu has already been changed. The buttons are now blue. It says Growtopia edition here, and the splash text, the splash text is this yellow text. It says I miss Seth and Hamumu. So I have removed all of the old splash texts, and then I've added about 40 new Growtopia related, or most of them are Growtopia related, maybe one or two aren't, to the pool. So yeah, all of the splash texts are now Growtopia related. This is how the menu looks like, and if you listen now when I press options, you can hear that I have changed the button press sound to the Growtopia sound, which is really cool. It really helps to get that Growtopia feeling. So as I said, this pack is called the Growtopia pack, and it looks like this in the resource pack folder. Let's join a world and see how it looks in game. Alright, so we are now in game and I'm ready to show you everything I've changed in this picture pack. I made a little world or a room here in this flat world, and we're going to go through everything. And we're starting with the door. So this is the oak door. This is the new oak door. It looks like this in the inventory. And you might have noticed the hotbar has also changed to look more like the Growtopia hotbar. I think that looks really cool. And we got the oak door here. This is how it looks, double oak door. And that's how they open and close. So basically that's it. Here we have the spruce door. It is obviously the dungeon door from Growtopia. This is based off the normal door. This is the dungeon door. It looks like this, pretty cool. And here we have the birch door. Oops, I accidentally rotated that. We have the birch door. It's also based off the normal door in Growtopia. Just that I made it more of the birch color, I suppose. Here's the acacia door. Same with that one, just a different color. We got the jungle door, same with that one, just a different color. And then we have the dark oak door, and that looks pretty cool as well. And it's also based off the normal Growtopia door, just recolored. Here we have the screen door, which is obviously the iron door, or it's the iron door. It looks like a screen door now. This is how it looks like when it's closed, open, and a double screen door. So yeah, that looks pretty cool as well. Next thing I've changed are the leaves. Let's enter my inventory. So we got the oak leaves here, we got spruce leaves, we got birch leaves, we got jungle leaves, we got acacia leaves, and we got dark oak leaves. And they are all using the same texture except for this one, the jungle leaves, that has a few different additions to them. But this is the hedge, no, not the hedge, the foliage, I'm not so sure how to pronounce that correctly. Texture from Growtopia. I hope you understand what I mean, but basically they're based off a texture in Growtopia as well. Let's move on to the different wooden planks. So I have changed the wooden planks. So this is the oak wooden planks. We have the spruce planks, and we have birch planks, and we have jungle planks, and we have acacia planks, and we have dark oak planks. And of course, with this change, it also changes the stairs of all of the different wood types. Also the fence posts have been changed, and all of the fence gates have also automatically been changed. Of course also the slabs. And if you didn't notice, the texture, this one for the oak planks, are actually the wood block from Growtopia, and all of the other versions are just recolored versions of the wood block. Moving on, we also have the ladder that has been changed to the Growtopia ladder. I think this looks pretty cool. It really looks like it fits in with the other Minecraft stuff, really, so I like this ladder a lot. Then we have the magma block, and the magma block is a block you can find in the nether, and it has been changed to the lava block from Growtopia. And we also have this bookshelf. It's pretty randomly placed here, and I haven't really changed the texture of the bookshelf, but the top of it automatically changed when I changed the wood block or the wooden planks. So it looks like that on from the top right now. And another thing that I changed is the potatoes. So obviously there is a potato in Growtopia, and when they grow, the plant will actually also be brown, just like the potatoes, so it makes more sense. But of course, Growtopia only has one type of potato, while Minecraft has 3 types or 3 different potatoes: the poisonous potato and the baked potato. So I had to make my own resprites of the potato to match it with the Minecraft items. I think I did a pretty good job with the poisonous potato and the baked potato. So yeah, here are the rocks. Basically, this is the polished granite, normal granite. We have diorite and polished diorite, andesite and polished andesite. So yeah, or we have the stone here as well, and the cobblestone and the moss cobblestone. I might as well show them now. So as you can probably tell, this is based off the rock texture from Growtopia. Now, you can't have a... it has to be a full block, so I decided to add a cave background to the back of the rock texture. So yeah, all of the rocks also have a cave background, and it looks a bit weird sometimes, but it could also look pretty cool with combined with other. If you see a wall with all of them like this, it doesn't look too bad. One just laying on the ground like this looks kind of weird, but I guess it's fine. And with the change of the stone texture, all of these stone items was also changed automatically. So this is the stone pressure plate, the stone button, and we got the stone stairs and the stone slab. And the same thing happened with the mossy cobblestone. We got the mossy cobblestone stairs, mossy cobblestone slab, and mossy cobblestone wall. And of course, all of these items are the same with the cobblestone, for example, the cobblestone wall. Moving on to one of the more exciting parts of the pack, the ores. So let's start from the left here. We changed the emeralds, or we can look at the ore blocks first. So okay, this is basically the rock with the ore textures above, which looks really cool in my opinion. This will look really great in a cave later. Basically, the emerald has been changed to a grow token. This is because you trade with different villagers. And yeah, I feel it's fit that it's a grow token because you trade it for different items. We have the redstone is now the red crystal. I don't know why, I thought it would be pretty cool. The diamond is of course now a diamond lock, of course. And over here we have the lapis lazuli, which is a blue crystal. And the coal is a black crystal. And the charcoal is a black crystal with tiny little more brownish dots inside of it to distinguish it from normal coal. And the iron ingot is a white crystal, and of course the gold ingot is a warlock now. So we can move forward by looking at the blocks. Of course, the emerald block is the emerald block from Growtopia. The block of redstone is now the ruby block. The block of diamond is now the crystal block. And the lapis lazuli block is now the sapphire block. I haven't changed the block of coal or the block of iron. The block of coal is now the gold block from Growtopia. And that also automatically changed the lightweight pressure plate because that uses the same texture. I also made some changes to these pumpkins. So this is a normal pumpkin. This is a carved pumpkin. That's the one you can put on your head. And we also have the jack-o'-lantern, which has been animated just like in Growtopia. The normal jack-o'-lantern in Minecraft is not animated, so that's a really cool feature. Here we have a few different blocks. We have the dirt. I made it coarse dirt because I didn't want anything to grow on top of it, but this is how the dirt looks, obviously just like the Growtopia dirt. We have the mycelium, which looks like this. It's based off the Growtopia grass block, and we have bedrock here, which is the Growtopia bedrock, of course. It looks really good. We have the grass block here, which has been based off the Growtopia texture, and we also have this grass that grows on top of grass blocks, and this is actually, if you can see, the sugarcane texture from Growtopia. I didn't realize that sugar canes are actually a thing in Minecraft, so I made the sugarcane grass instead of sugarcane, if you're wondering why. This is the grass path that you can create. And it's also based off the wood or the dirt texture, of course, the grass texture from Growtopia. Here we have Podzol, that's also based off that. You could probably tell that by now. We have the grass block with snow on top. That's a just a snowy version. And here we have sand. And the sand looks really good. I really like the sand. Of course, this is also from Growtopia, the sand texture from Growtopia. Moving on to the different types of glass. Of course, this is the normal glass. It looks like this now. It's based off the glass block texture, and the glass pane is as well. And all of these stained glass are also based off the glass block texture. But I made them different colors. So here are all of the different glass blocks and the glass panes in different colors. Some look very similar, like the light gray and white version, but I still think that they all look really good. Look at this. You can see through it while it still has the color. It looks really nice. Moving on to the concrete, and I have added a small texture to the concrete to make them look like the different types of block in Growtopia. For example, this kind of looks like the orange block from Growtopia, while this looks like the purple block, or maybe this one does more. Yellow block here and the green block here. As you can see, they all kind of look like yeah, the different Growtopia blocks, different color Growtopia blocks. I just thought I would add that to the texture pack as well. So this is concrete. Over here we have the bricks, which has been replaced by the red bricks from Growtopia. And when I changed this block, I also changed the brick stairs and the brick wall and the brick slab. And of course I had to change the brick as well to make it red, just to make it fit the theme of all of these other blocks. A random change I made is the oxide daisy. I just changed that texture to the Growtopia version. But when you plant a daisy, or when daisies spawn, they have a lot of different textures, I think, because yeah, okay, this texture won't appear all of the time. Some of the daisies will be changed into this one from Growtopia. And I think this is the last couple of blocks. Now, these are not really blocks, but these are the paintings that I have changed. So it's the Yerf dog painting and the Dink dog painting. That's the only paintings that I changed in this resource pack. And now we're moving on to some different items. We have the oak sign, the spruce sign, the birch sign, the jungle sign, the acacia sign, and the dark oak sign. And they basically look like the Growtopia sign, of course, and then different colors of that sign. Here we have a few different food items that have been changed. This is the apple, the golden apple, and the enchanted golden apple. This is the raw beef. This is an item from Growtopia, and then I had to make it cooked. I made this sprite myself with this as a base, just because Growtopia doesn't have a cooked steak. And of course the same here with raw chicken. This is the chicken meat from Growtopia, and there isn't a cooked chicken meat in Growtopia either, so I had to make this myself as well. This is the bacon from Growtopia, raw pork chop in Minecraft, and this doesn't have a cooked version in Growtopia either, so I had to make that one myself as well, the cooked bacon or cooked pork chop. And lastly, we also have bread from Growtopia. This is the bread texture from Growtopia, okay? Then I decided to change all of the different dyes to paint buckets, because I thought that matched the theme of this pack, I guess, because they are perfect. They are the dyes in Growtopia, which you paint different blocks with, and here you can dye your different sheep and other blocks into different colors, which I think is really nice. So, of course, some of these colors exist in Growtopia, like the red one and yellow one. But some doesn't exist, and I believe the light blue one is an example of one of those that I had to create myself, because it doesn't exist in Growtopia. So some of these I made myself, and some of them are borrowed from Growtopia. Then I decided to change the water bucket to fit the Growtopia water bucket, and of course I have to change the empty bucket as well. Change the lava bucket as well to have the lava texture from Growtopia inside of it. The milk bucket just have some white milk inside, and apparently you can now fish with buckets, so I had to change all of these buckets as well with a different fish inside to match the Growtopia bucket. Here are a few random items that I decided to change. This bone is the dragon bone from Growtopia that I did not I didn't even know this was an item in the game. I just found it and I was like, wow, there is a dragon bone in Growtopia. I can use that texture for the bone in Minecraft. This is a string, and I don't know if you recognize this, but this is a silk thread white from Growtopia. The egg is obviously just an egg from Growtopia. And the different spawn eggs, this is a cave spider spawn egg, just as an example. They are actually based off the magic egg with these dots down here. And the shears is now the sheep shears from Growtopia. The rabbit's foot is now the rabbit's foot from Growtopia as well. You only use this to make potions, I believe. And the rotten flesh is now a zombie brain from Growtopia. I thought that was fitting. And I also changed the leather to burnt leather from Growtopia. I also changed the sun and the moon, so we can look at the sun right now. That is the Growtopia sun. Just because it's in the middle of the day, it's really bright, so you can't really see the colors of it. But that is the Growtopia sun. And I also changed the moon, so that is the Growtopia moon from the night weather machine. And that is a lot smaller than the sun, which is actually pretty big. Moving on to the tools, we have the wooden shovel here, we have the stone shovel here, and we have the iron shovel here. We got the golden shovel, and we got the diamond shovel. And if you didn't notice, the stone shovel is actually the digger's spade from Growtopia. And I also just recolored it into different colors to fit. The golden shovel, for example, is made it yellow, and the diamond one I made blue. Continuing with the tools, we got the wooden axe here, we got the stone axe, we got the iron axe, we got the golden axe, and we got the diamond axe. So all of these four, the wooden, the stone, the iron, and the gold axe, are all the lumberjack's axe or lumber axe or something like that from Growtopia. I know the stone axe and the iron axe look pretty similar. The diamond axe, however, is the axe of winter from Growtopia. And these are the different hoes. We got the wooden hoe, the stone hoe, the iron hoe, the golden hoe, and the diamond hoe. And these are all based off the harvester scythe. No, hand scythe. It's called hand scythe in Growtopia. So they are all based from that. I think this, maybe the iron or the stone one, is the actual texture from Growtopia, and the other ones have been recolored. Here we have the different pickaxes. We got the wooden pickaxe, the stone pickaxe, and the iron pickaxe. The iron pickaxe is actually the same pickaxe from Growtopia. This is the normal Growtopia pickaxe. And you might have noticed that I'm missing the golden and the diamond pickaxe. And don't worry, they are in the game, but they are really special, and they are one of my favorite parts of this whole resource pack. So if we just turn around, we can see them right here, and they are actually animated. So as you can see here, we got the golden pickaxe. It has this golden particle flowing around or going out from the center of the pickaxe, because obviously they leave particles in Growtopia, so I thought I would animate them in this texture pack as well. So I really like this golden pickaxe. And of course the diamond pickaxe, which uses the diamond flash axe from Growtopia's texture, is also burning these small blue fires, just like it does in Growtopia. So I really love these two pickaxes, and I hope you guys like them as well. Now I only have the swords to show you. So this is the wooden sword, the stone sword, the iron sword, the golden sword, and the diamond sword. And the wooden sword is obviously based off the wooden sword, and I think the iron sword is just an item called sword. And the stone, golden, and diamond are recolors of this iron sword, the sword sprite. Now we're moving on to one of my favorite parts of this texture pack, because this is something that I had to work on manually, and I didn't take these textures from Growtopia, but they are Growtopia textures, don't worry. Here we have the cow. This is the cow texture now. Obviously this is supposed to look like the cow from Growtopia, and I just think I did a really good job with this. It really looks like the cow. I really like it. I got some help from my sister creating all of these different animals, except for the cheap one. I made that one myself. So yeah, I really think this looks like the Growtopia cow that produces milk for you in the game. And I think I did a pretty good job at recreating it in 3D here in my Growtopia texture pack. So all cows will now look like this. And of course I had to change that to the mushroom as well. So this is the mushroom. It's basically a red version of the Growtopia cow. And we have also changed the brown mushroom here, and yeah, he looks pretty cool as well. He's just a brown version of the normal cow. If we move on here, we can see that this guy has laid an egg. This is the chicken. It's supposed to look like the chicken from Growtopia once again. Not a lot has changed with this chicken. I kinda think that he looks like Rayman with that big nose and the eyes. But he also kind of reminds me of the Growtopia chicken, which is the point of this whole thing. So that's pretty cool that he looks like the Growtopia chicken. Then we have the sheep, which is supposed to look like the Growtopia sheep. And I honestly like this so much. It looks so good. I mean, just look at this. This is the sheep from Growtopia. It looks so good. I made this myself. I made all of these myself. Or with some help from my sister, I made this completely by myself. And of course, if we use the shears, we can also shear it for its wool, and then it just gets skinnier, just like in Growtopia. And not like Minecraft, because then you can see the actual skin here, but now it's wool, just like in Growtopia. And of course, the sheep will work in different colors. So here's the red, green, purple, cyan, light gray, gray, pink, yellow, light blue, and what haven't we showed you? I'm at this here, magenta, orange, blue, brown, black, and lime. So obviously all of the different colors also work for the sheep. And we're moving on to the chests. Can you guess which item I tried to recreate in Minecraft here from Growtopia? If you guessed treasure chest, then you were correct, because I tried to make a treasure chest, and I honestly think I did a pretty good job with it. If you open it, you can see that it has gold inside, just like the treasure chest. It has these little handles on both of these sides, just like the treasure chest, and yeah, this lock on the front. I think I did a pretty good job trying to mimic the treasure chest from Growtopia. Here's the double treasure chest as well, or, you know, just a normal chest, but now it's a treasure chest. And I think that looks pretty good as well. Here are the trapped versions. Obviously, they look exactly the same, just with this little red outline outside of the lock. The normal ones don't have that, just so you can see which ones are trap chests and which ones are normal chests. Alright, so now we're moving on with the GUIs, the graphical user interface. And I already showed you the options background, but I could show it again. Now you can't really see it here, but it was dark blue, just like in Growtopia. I tried to mimic that. The GUI buttons, I already showed you them, and the sounds as well, if you listen. Yeah, I already showed you that as well. We got the different health bars here. So let's just check them out. We got the health bar. As you can see, my hearts are now the Valentine from Growtopia. And this works for withered hearts, hardcore hearts, poisoned hearts, everything like that. These hearts took a very long time to create, so I really hope you enjoy them. The food bar as well. We have different breads, or, you know, instead of meat, we have a bread. Alright, so I gave myself a diamond helmet, and if we wear that, you can see the armor bar. And that's how it looks now with the knight helmet, and I'm not quite sure what that chest plate is called. Steel plate mail, maybe, in Growtopia. Yeah, I really like the armor bar as well. I think that looks really good. The survival inventory looks like this. So yeah, I have tried to replicate the Growtopia inventory here, of course. All of these different borders, you will see different borders on different GUIs, like opening a chest or opening a anvil or an anvil. The borders of the different item slots will change, and that is because I try to replicate the Growtopia inventory as much as possible. In the Growtopia inventory, items with a blue border are blocks, and usually when you open up your inventory, your blocks are at the top, so most of the time your inventory looks blue, which is why I picked that as the normal item slot here. Clothes in Growtopia have a white border, so that's why these armor slots here have a white border. If you're wearing the clothes, they turn orange. Unfortunately, I can't change that in Minecraft. I don't know why I made this gray, but the gray items are basically stuff that you only use in components or to create other items in Growtopia. So they don't really have another use. And seeds are of course have a green border in Growtopia. So yeah, that is the survival inventory. If we look at the creative inventory, it looks like this with the different tabs here, and you can search here. It looks really good. All of these inventories took a very long time to make, so I really hope you enjoyed them or like them. So yeah, let's go through all of the different blocks that have different inventories. We've got the anvil here. This one is purple because it's a consumable. When you add something here and here, it will actually consume this item. That's why it's purple, and you will be granted a new item here. And here on the beacon, it's the same thing. It will actually consume whatever item you put in here. So I made it purple to make you aware of that. And the blast furnace as well, the fuel will obviously get used up, so I made that purple. The brewing stand as well, everything that's purple is things that's going to get used up. We got potion of healings in here. You put the blaze powder here and it will get used up, and the different ingredients will also get used up. The cartography table, both of these will get used up, and you will get a new item. We got the crafting table, nothing special there. The dispenser, the enchantment table, I like this a lot. I'm going to show you it in action later. And here we have the furnace, which looks pretty cool because the fuel gets used up. We got the large chest here, we got the normal chest here, we got the repair and disenchant, what is this called, the grindstone or something, I'm not quite sure. I don't know all of the new items yet, but it looks like this. The hopper, we also have the horse here, the horse inventory. Then we have the loom, which you create banners in, I believe. And then we have the shulker box here, we have the smoker, and we have the stone cutter, and lastly we have the villager trading thing, the villager inventory basically. So obviously this is a resource pack and not only a texture pack, so I have changed a lot of different sounds as well, not only the textures of different parts of the game. So let's take out all of these music discs from this chest here, and you can all of these music discs play a song from a Growtopia item in the from Growtopia. So if you look closely inside of this music disc, you can see an old-timey radio, and it actually plays the old-timey radio's music when you put it inside of the jukebox. So you can look at all of this. This has a Pindelier on top of it, so it will play the Pindelier's music when you place it in the jukebox. And we have this one, which has the note block, and it will play the note blocks theme. This one has a, what is that? That's the Victrola. So basically you can listen to all of this yourself. This is the Hula Bobble Bobhead, I'm not quite sure. This is the Dance Master's crown. So yeah, basically all of these have been changed. We can look at this one. This is campfire. Campfire right there. We got the Olmec head. Okay, and we also have the boombox. And what more do we have here? We got the party boombox. And then we have the what's this, television. And we also have the spooky one, which has the jack-o'-lantern. And I actually let this one be cracked, just like the normal one is, the disc number 11, just because it's a bit spooky. You can listen to all of these on your own when you download the resource pack. So yeah, obviously that's not all of the sounds I changed. We have a whole room here. I changed the rain sound to a Growtopia rain sound. I don't know if you recognize it, but right now this is how it sounds in Growtopia when it rains. Let's change the weather to clear again. Let's go into the enchantment room, because this is one of my favorite things with this pack. It changes the enchant sound, the XP pickup sound, XP is now gems, and it also changes the level up sound. So basically, I've changed XP to gems. So if we look at this bottle of enchanting, you can actually see that they have gems inside of them. And that's because when you throw them, you get gems. Because all of the XP things are now gems. So when I take a gem up, when I pick a gem up, it actually plays the gem sound from Growtopia. And when I level up to maybe 20 now, it will play the level up sound, which is actually the achievement sound from Growtopia, I think. So yeah, let's just get a few levels here with these XP bottles here. And if we put them back inside, we can take out a diamond pickaxe and some lapis lazuli and enchant. So this is how it looks like when you want to enchant something. It has these gems here. And if we listen closely, when I enchant, it plays the same sound as in Growtopia when you buy something. And that's because I wanted it to seem like you collect gems when you mine stuff and kill mobs and stuff. And then you can buy different enchantments with your gems. Because you basically pay with gems, and now I have my diamond pickaxes enchanted here. So I thought that was a cool addition to change XP to gems and then make it like a store where you actually buy enchantments. I have also changed the player burn hurt sound. So if I step on something that burns me, or like this magma block here, or maybe I walk into a fire, it will play this burning sound from Growtopia, which is really cool. The same goes for the fire. If I'm on fire, it makes the same sound. And I have also changed the sound of fire, if you can hear it right now. Let's try to stop being on fire. Right there. If you can hear that, that's the fire sound from Growtopia playing. So that's pretty cool. I have also changed the armor equip sound, so this works with any type of armor. If you put it on yourself through the inventory, no sound plays, but if you have it in your hotbar and right click, you will actually put the armor on and it will play the clothing sound from Growtopia. And I really think this is a cool addition because it really makes you feel like you're inside Growtopia changing clothes. I think that's really nice, really nice. That's one of the really cool parts about this texture pack, or from this texture pack. We got book flip, and that's basically when you open a book and turn a page, it plays that sound. Now I don't recognize that, but I found it in the Growtopia files and I was like, wow, that's perfect for my resource pack. That's perfect for the book and quill. So I just decided to add it, I don't know. Then I changed the water bucket sound, so let's grab ourselves a water bucket there. And it makes the splash sound from Growtopia whenever you place it or pick it up. Whenever you place or pick up water, it sounds like this, just like in Growtopia. Then I changed the planting sound, so here we have a few different places where I can plant. So let's plant a potato, and you might recognize that sound. That's when you plant a seed in Growtopia. That gets played whenever you try to plant any seed in Minecraft now using this resource pack. Pretty nice. I also changed the arrow sounds. I made this little shooting area here. And if you can hear that, there's a sound whenever I release. There you can hear it a lot better. Alright, I hope you could hear it. Basically, yeah, I don't know. It's just like when you shoot arrows in Growtopia, it plays that sound. This sound will also play whenever you throw snowballs, I believe. I also changed the eating sound, so if we just get hungry here, and I also gave myself a couple of bread, so if you listen closely, when I have finished eating the bread, it plays a sound, which is the same sound that is played in Growtopia when you eat something, example an eggs benedict, or any type of food item, or you feed someone else, maybe a moon cake or something. I also changed the item pickup sound, so let's just grab a couple of random items. Of course, this works with any items. And if I drop them on the ground and pick them up, it will play the same sound with a different pitch. The same sound that is played in Growtopia when you pick up an item. So yeah, I don't know if you could hear that. It's a bit different because Minecraft changed it a little bit. But it's the same sound that is played in Growtopia whenever you pick up an item. So I think that's really cool. I also changed the explosion and I made a little area here. So that's basically when a world gets nuked. And I'm not sure when that explosion sound is played in Growtopia. So yeah, a few different explosion sounds, pretty nice. I also changed the sound of chickens. As you could hear, that's the sound of a chicken in Growtopia. All of the sounds that they make, not when you hurt them, but just random sounds, are the exact same as in Growtopia. There we go again. The cow also sounds like a cow from Growtopia. There you could hear him say moo, just like in Growtopia. I also changed the sheep sounds, of course. Brr, brr. Just like the Growtopia sounds, of course. I have also changed the infect sound, which is played whenever a villager is infected by a zombie. Now, why isn't he attacking the villager? Yeah, there we go. Hopefully you heard that sound of the zombie infecting the villager into a zombie villager. And now I think that's everything with everything I've changed in this pack. I might have forgotten something, but there is one last thing that I want to show you guys, and it's these. I changed the Elytra to angel wings. So basically now I have angel wings. I just realized that my character in Minecraft has a cape, so you can't see the actual angel wings texture. That was stupid of me. Let's see if I can turn that off actually. The cape off. Okay, there we go. This is how the wings look now. The Elytras, they are now angel wings, which is really, really nice. Actually, one more feature before we press this button here. If we go into options and then language, if you scroll down, you can actually find the Growtopia language. This gets added with the resource pack, as it says right here. And if you equip it, it will change the name of different Growtopia items, the different textures that I have changed, into their Growtopia name. So, for example, the rotten flesh will now be called zombie brain, just like the Growtopia item. Now, I haven't changed all of them. For example, coal is still called coal instead of black crystal, because I thought it would be confusing if it wasn't. So as you can see now, the Elytras have been changed to angel wings. So basically you could use that language option right there, Growtopia, if you want to have the Growtopia names for the different items. Now, you can't play with whatever language you want and still have the Growtopia names. If you pick this language, all other items will be changed into the English American, the English US language, or their name for it. So you can't play, for example, with Swedish names for all of the other blocks, except for the Growtopia blocks. Everything gets changed into English, and the different Growtopia items get their Growtopia name. So basically that's it. I think that's everything that I have changed. I might have forgot something. Let's press this button, see what happens. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And I also think you should not subscribe, but download this resource pack from the link in the description. That link leads to my website, WoodCollector.se. You can download this resource pack there if you want to play Minecraft with a Growtopia feeling, a Growtopia look to it. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this texture pack showcase, and I really do hope that you enjoyed. If you have any ideas that I could add, please comment them down below, and I might add them in a future update to this texture pack, because this is version 1.0 and I might update it. Alright, let's just land here. Alright, I'm not the best at landing, but okay. That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to download this pack with the link in the description at my website, WoodCollector.se, and I hope to see you there, I guess. Please download it.